Hey guys, welcome back again to Selenium WebDriver version 4 with Java session 26. In today's session, you will learn how to handle different type of date pickers in Selenium with Java. So most of the time, whenever you are visiting web page, you might see different element to handle like date, year, month, or like AMPM format or hour, minute, second, all this stuff. Okay, and definitely it is not easy to handle those kind of date picker, but still it is possible with the help of the Selenium WebDriver with Java. So date picker in Selenium is a UI component which allows user to select a specific date from the calendar pop-up. This date picker in Selenium is commonly used in forms for booking flight, event, or even setting reminder, etc. Also, sometime in case you want to create account, right, for the user, if you want to give some date of birth, also you need to like select something from the date picker, some value in the hour, minute, second, sorry, in the uh, year, month, and particular date. And sometime you need to give some hour, minute, second along with the AM or PM format as well. So they might appear as simple text field or in the form of an interactive calendar with previous and next arrows. Automating the selection of a date in Selenium requires a deep understanding of how the date picker works and how to interact with it. The challenge arises because the date picker is often a combination of dynamic HTML element, making it more complicated than simple forms field. First, user need to identify the field, input field, or sometime button might be there, which triggers the date picker using different appropriate locator. It can be ID, CSS, XPath, name, all this stuff. If the date picker is not open by default, user need to click on the identified element to display the calendar. After that, they can select the required format from the date picker option. Maybe year drop down, a month drop down, or from the date again you can select. After that, they can again select hour, minute, second, AM, PM format, whatever required. So there are a couple of key date picker types available. One is the basic date picker. This is a very simple calendar interface where user can select a date. The date picker can either be text box, using which user can enter the date manually, or it may pop up when the user click on a calendar icon. Date picker with drop downs. This type of date picker uses drop down list for day, month, and year selection rather than a graphical calendar interface. Date picker with the range. In some cases, you may need to select a start and end date from the same date picker, such as when booking hotel or event. This requires selecting a date range instead of just a single date. So today I will show you how to deal with different kind of date pickers, either the text box or a button or a HTML element like that. So let's see the first implementation. So this is the website demo.guru99.com test. You could see here, if you click and you can enter some value, and after that you can click on submit button, so it will be displayed. Let's give DD something called 20 called say 012025. Okay, and here also you can give hour, minute. Okay, normal way, or you can give the colon format also, suppose say 20 and 30, and after that you can click on submit button, so it will be displayed here, right? So that is also will be displayed. So this part I want to validate it. Okay, let's see what is the way we can do it. So first thing is that I have created a new class here, handle date picker. So just same thing, creating the object or instance for the drivers and maximizing it and opening the page. Now what we will do, here whenever you are handling date picker, sometime it might take some time to load it, or even after clicking also sometime it might take some display all the value. So better to use some explicit wait time until you can wait until that particular option is being displayed, instead of waiting for the whole page to be loaded. So you can use WebDriver wait. That is the thing available for handling using for dealing with the explicit wait. I can give element called object for this part called wait, and I can use new WebDriver wait, and here you can use driver object reference comma durations dot of seconds, minute, whatever you want to do. I want to wait for some second, I can give them 10 seconds. Okay, that is the way I can try to create an object or instance for the WebDriver. Okay, now this is created. Now let's try to identify the web element DatePicker. This one, let's right click here and let's click on the inspect. Okay, you could see there is a name available. It is highlighting the whole element. Okay, beta time. So I can identify the element with the help of the name attribute. Okay, so I'll be creating a web element variable name called DatePicker equal to, I can call that wait object dot until. Okay, expected condition dot visibility of element. Okay, visibility of element instead of all element. Okay, located, visibility of element located, this one. And here you need to use that provide the locator reference, right? By dot name or anything you can use it. So I'll be using by dot name because we're identifying the element with the help of the name attribute. So I can just simply keep it. So with the help of this particular waiting explicit word mechanism, I'm able to identify the element. Okay, okay, until visibility of element located. Okay, visibility of, sorry, it will be not all, it will visibility of element, it will be element located. That method we need to call located, and this also not required. Okay, I think that will be done. So we need to call this particular condition, right? Visibility of element located, because we was trying to locate a single element. That's all. Now what we can do, I can call this one DatePicker, and first I'll be passing that month, year, all this part, right? We can call send keys. There are two part. So first I can pass this one. Okay, maybe say 28 February hyphen 2023. I want to pass it. Okay, within the double quote you need to give it. Okay, here, sorry, this one. Okay, then you can give comma, sorry, semicolon. After that you need to you can wait for some time, and you can press a tab. So I can give some thread dot sleep maybe 2 seconds, so that you can easily understand that whether it's working or not properly. Then I can give something called again DatePicker dot send keys. Okay, I can keep a tab, then only it will go to that hour minute format, right? I'll be using keys dot tab. Once you press tab, then you can enter the other value, which is hour minute. Again DatePicker dot send key, hour minute I can center like suppose 20. In the double quote first you need to give it, suppose say 20 colon 30. Okay, that will be done. Once it is there added, after that you can click on the submit button. So let's identify it, submit button. Okay, okay, so you could see input and type equal to submit. I can create the XPath here. So let's press Ctrl F, / input is the tag name, and at the rate type dot submit. Sorry, type equal to submit. Okay, this is the way I can create the XPath. So I need to click on that options. Sorry, driver dot find element by dot XPath. I can give the XPath value. Then I can dot click operations. Okay. Then what I can check whether as and when I'm entering some value, Okay, whatever value entered, say 20, okay, month field, say 0 to 1, okay, 2024. After that, you need to press tab. Okay, then you can enter value and any value. Okay, say 10, like that. And after that, if you click on submit button, this section will be coming. Okay, this section also you can highlight it. Okay, this is the D part. If we expand it, you could see your birth date is this, like your birth time is this. So that is the part we can identify the whole section. Okay, this is the whole section we can identify with the div tag, and we can print the text. Okay, so again I can create a web element. Okay, let's this part copy it. I can create a web element with the help of that wait part. So sorry, implicit or explicit wait part. Okay, so I can give some web element name called okay, display date and time. So that will be displayed, right? This variable name given wait until expected condition visibility of element located. Here I can give by.xpath. Let's try to create the XPath first. Okay, let's create the XPath first. What is the way I can create the XPath? Okay, you can see that there's a text available called birthday. So I can check whether birthday text is available or not. So let's, what is the div tag? Let's press Ctrl F // div tag third bracket at the rate, sorry, not at the third bracket, text equal to, or we need to give contents, that particular text is being there, contents. Okay, and give first bracket here, text, comma, the value, whatever is being content. And we need to end that first bracket, we need to end that bracket. Okay, you could see whole section is being highlighted. So I can get the complete text, right? So I can use that XPath. Okay, after that I've identified the element. Now I can simply print it out. Okay, I can give some condition also. Okay, if this element is displayed only, so I can check that whether displayed happening or not. Is this particular element dot is displayed, then I can just print it out. So the variable name dot get text. Okay, now let's try to run the test case and let's see what's happening here. So in case you are running the test case, so what will happen? It will just open the page. It will identify that calendar. It will first enter the value called for the right DDMMYY, and pressing tab. After that, it will enter the hour minutes. Okay, and clicking on the submit button. After this is verified. This particular element is being displayed. After that, it will be printing out that output. Right? You could see your birthday date is 2023 02/28. Your birth time is 8:30. So this is the one option we can do it. So here we are passing it with the same format whatever given, whatever is there in the same format, right? We are just passing it hyphen also. Okay, we are just passing the same format. You could see like dd hyphen hyphen yy. Okay, and then hour and minute with colon. But if you do not want to give that format, you can still give normal format as well. That's fine. You can give something here 28, say give it like that, 28082025, like that. Similarly, date also, hour minute also you can give it normal format, it might still accept. Okay, either you can give the exact format with hyphen or colon, whatever there. Otherwise you can just give the normal format, say suppose say 1725, like that. Okay, let's see whether it's working or not. Let's try to run the code and let's see what's happening now. Okay, it is working. Okay, it is working. So whatever we have given 28/08/2005, it is coming. Okay, and whatever we have given here 1725 also is coming properly. So that is the way, in case this kind of date picker is there, where you can just use that send keys method. And definitely there is two thing. One is the date for thing, like with the month, year and day, and one is the time. Sometimes there is only hour and minute, sometimes there might be second available, sometimes there might be MPR format available also. So this kind of stuff you can handle with the send keys only, after identifying the element. And definitely use that explicit time, so that your test case will never fail. Only whenever page is loaded fully and option is completely loaded, then it will interact with that element. Okay, now we'll see the other implementation. Okay, I will discuss here 3 to 4 different example of date picker. Okay, let's go here. This part we can copy it. This three part I can copy it. Okay, now we'll deal with one of the another other page. This is the next page. Okay, this is the next page. So here, if you just go to the page, it will be displayed like that. If you click here, first you need to click here. You could able to see, right? You can select the date. Okay, later I will show you how to go with the other option, like month and day also. You can select some date. Okay, so let's see. This is simple date picker, and there is some drop down bit picker, icon trigger. All this stuff is available. Okay, we can handle it one by one. Okay, so after opening this page, I can creating the object or instance for the WebDriver wait class, and I can create a object also same way date picker. Okay, let's see, identify this element first. Let's try to click on inspect. Okay, what is the ID? Date picker. So with this ID I can identify the element. Okay, instead of name I can give it called ID, and I can give the value here. Okay, let's see any kind of frame is available or not. For this date picker, let's right click and click on it. You could see. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, come here. Okay, you could see there's a frame available. Okay, in this particular section, so we need to handle the frame first. What is the frame available? This particular option is available inside the frame. Okay, this particular option is available inside the frame. What is the frame? You can go up. Okay, you could control F, give something called frame. Okay, there is some sections available. Frame, let's give the tag as a frame. iframe, yeah, this is the iframe available. Okay, this is the frame available. Okay, here, so within that particular frame the date picker is available, so I can handle the frame with the help of this class. Okay, so what I can do before, after opening the page, I can just handle the frame. So driver dot switch to dot frame. Here either you can give the frame index, frame name, or frame web element reference. I will be using the web element reference. Driver dot find element by dot class name is also available, so I'll be handling with the class name web element reference. That is the I'll handle the frame. I'm creating the object or instance for the web driver wait to deal with that explicit wait. Now I can identify that element date picker. Okay, after identification is done, I can click on that, so that your calendar will be displayed and you can select a date from that option, right? Date picker dot click. You can wait for some time. Thread dot sleep. I can wait for 2 seconds. Okay, after that is click, your calendar will open. Now you need to select some value. Okay, so here you can use the same thing. Okay, here you can give something called date to select variable name, and here you can use wait until expected condition. Here you can give something differently. Visibility of element located, instead of that you can use element to be clickable. condition dot element, sorry, dot element to be clickable. Okay, and here you can give that only by locator. So I can give something called by dot xpath. Okay, and I can give the xpath value. Let's try to create some xpath here, and let's see after that using which we can just select some date. Okay, suppose say this is the one. Okay, let's first click on that. After that I want to select any value, maybe 18. I want to select it. Okay, so this is the value I want to select. So what is the, I can create the xpath. This is the text available. Okay, so I can, and this is the anchor link, so I can create a web element slash slash anchor link, third bracket at the rate, so not at the rate, text equal to the value 18. Let's see, it's identified, right? So I can try to identify these options with the help of this xpath. Now what I can do, I already identified it. I can just simply click on that. That's all. Dot click. So that is the way I can try to click. If you want to select other option, you can just give the value also accordingly here. So this is the second kind of second type of um, date picker. We can handle it. Okay, it will wait until that page is loaded. It will open and then it will identify. You could see 918 is being displayed different from the current month, and you can select the value. So this is kind of stuff you can also handle it. Second type of date picker handling I have covered just now. Okay, now we'll go for the third type of date picker handling. So let's try to give like something and select some value from here. Okay, so this kind of stuff I can just comment it out. Now I can go for some other page. So this is the third page. We'll be handling the date picker. Okay, this is the third example. So we are going to that options. After that we can wait for like 2 minutes time so that it is loaded fully instead of giving that any explicit wait. Okay, there are all the option I am showing it like so that you can use anything whatever is relevant for you. Okay, after that what I want to do, I want to create a web element simply. Okay, web element date picker. So this is the main web element. First I need to identify it. Okay, equal to, you can use that explicit wait or you can directly give some wait time, driver dot find element. Okay, by dot xpath, and here you can give the value of the xpath. Let's identify this element xpath. Right click and click on the inspect button. Okay, so this is the option, so we want to select. Okay, you could see id equal to there, date picker 2. Okay, so I can try to identify with the help of this id and tag equal to input. So let's give slash slash input tag name third bracket at the rate id equal to this value. Okay, one of one. You can try to directly identify to the help of the id also, but let's try to create xpath. So we are identifying this element with the help of this xpath we have created. Now what we can do, we can need to click on that options, then only your other stuff will be visible. Let's dot click. Okay, after that again we can wait for 2 seconds so that all the thing will be loaded, or you can use the explicit timeout, that's fine. Okay, after that once it is loaded, right, let's if you click here something. Okay, after that you can see this is loaded. Now you can select something on that one, so you need to click on that options from this particular year. Okay, and then you can select some okay, let's first select anything from the month also. You can select, or year also select. Let's select the year. Okay, so what we can do, we can try to identify this element first, year. So here is a not a drop down, so it's just a text field. So what we can do, we can, there is a class available. With the help of this class I can try to identify it. Let's see. for the year. Okay, input tag, and this is the class value. So slash slash give is the input tag. This is the class attribute, and let's give the value. Okay, one of two element is being displayed, so I need to give use indexing and keep the index called 2. So that is the way you can identify the unique. Okay, so it is fine, right? With this help of this part, I can create a web element. So web element, okay, select here, right? Equal to driver dot find element by dot xpath. And you can give the value of the xpath. Now what we can do, it's xpath here. It's not a drop down. You need to first clear the value, delete it, right? After that you can add some value. Okay, any value as a text field with the help of the send keys. So first what I will do, will clear the value, whatever already there, dot clear it. Okay, then we can enter some value. Okay, we can enter the value with the help of the send keys method. So if you want to enter something called 2020 like that, if you want to enter the value, that you can do it. Okay, after that again we can wait for 2 seconds, then you can go with the month. Let's identify the month field. So it is a text field, that is the reason you are using send keys. But in case something is drop down, right, you can directly use that select class. Okay, so let's identify that again, another thing for the month. Okay, here you can change the variable name called select month. Okay, driver dot find element by dot xpath. Let's identify the xpath for this month drop down field. Okay, you could see this is the class name available. No, sorry, I need to go for the month. Okay, okay, this is the month. Let's change that class reference. Let's see what's happening here. Indexing part also you have given. Okay, for the month it's not working properly. Let's see. Okay, this is the drop down. Okay, okay, there is an area label also available. Let's try to identify with the help of the area label. Okay, let's give the value as a month and attribute as an area label. Okay, and see with the help of the area label attribute. So this is the attribute we can give it, and it is starting with tag name select. Sorry, we are doing the mistake, we are not giving the. Okay, you could see. So again it is indexing 2 will be working, because might be there as 2 elements, so indexing still 2 is still working. That is fine. Now I can try to identify it with the help of this attribute. Now I can change it here. Simply complete path, give it. Now we already identified that select month element. Now it's a drop down, so I can create an object for instance using select class equal to new select, and here you can provide that web element reference. Now we need to import that select class from the Selenium. Now you could see error message is coming, so we need to import the select class from the org.openk.selenium.support.ui package. Now what you can do with the help of the select class, you can select something dot select by index or select by value or select by visible text, whatever you want to do it. Suppose to select by visible text, I want to select it. Let's see what are the visible text available. So if you expand it, all this part, so this is the right indexing 0 1 2 3 like that, and this is the value. Okay, and what is the visible text? Suppose I want to select February, so you need to take that one, you need to give the visible text as a February. Okay, so either you can give the value index or visible text. Now say I already selected the February. Okay, then I need to get this value actually. Okay, so I can call this select class, whatever selected that value I want to print it out. So I can call get selected first selected options. Okay, then if I call dot get text, okay, our return type will be string, so I can store in some string element. I will discuss why it is required. Okay, string say value I can give called selected month. Okay, then what I can do, suppose in case I selected 2020 here, given 2020, and I am selected as a February. Okay, now I want to select some date. So what I can do, I can try to create a web element also here as a date. So select day. Here I need to change that XPath. So what is the way I can change the XPath? Suppose say if I now want to select any value, okay, here, okay, you could see there is span, class available, okay, and then okay, area label also there, okay, this one, because class will be common for all the thing, but area label, you could see this is the month is coming and day is coming. So month, whatever month you have selected, that value I can take it from this one variable. Okay, so what I can do here, and I can use that tag names called span first. So let's change the XPath here directly, tag name called span, and here you can use uh, contents, and here you can change it to area level instead of class. Sorry, I can give something called contents. Okay. Span, third bracket, content, okay, give first bracket, at the rate, area level, equal comma, and this is the way you can do it within the first quote. Okay, you can give some second quote, right, because this is the thing is coming, so I want to give something second quote, just anything, any space part is coming, that will take. Okay, then I can give that space plus concatenation, then this month, same format in case some space is coming, then again concatenation, again give that double quote. Okay, then you can give space, and you can give any value. Say I want to select maybe 20. Okay, I want to select 20, so you can give that 20. Okay, after space, and you can end with first quote, and then you can end with bracket, end with this one, and here you can end with quote and first bracket, colon. So that is the way you can create the XPath. Okay, so what we are doing, we are giving the span, and we are giving starting with area locator wherever it is, because every time it will change. In case you are selecting March, it will be March, and space, then day. That is the way you can create it, right? And also you can, if you want to get that day, year also you can give it, but yeah, month and day still finds the unique combination, so I can identify the element here accordingly. After that, what I can do, I can just click it. After identifying the element, I can simply click it, dot click. Okay, we can wait for some time, 2 seconds. Okay, let's see what's happening now. Okay, just I am selecting that only, date, right, day, month and year only. After that, I can select the other part. Okay, okay, it is clicking on the element. It is clearing the value 2020. It is entering 20 February selected. Now whatever value we have given, it is also selecting, should be selecting. Okay, it is not working. Okay, I think that is not identified. That's fine, let's correct it. Okay, what we can do, wave element selected driver or 500 by XPath. Okay, slash slash span. Okay, here I have given the wrong word, like contents it will be, because XPath you also not able to identify it. Actually you need to create it by your own, that is the way, because that variable value you not given right properly. Let's see. Okay, it's still not selecting. Okay, let's check one more time. XPath, that's fine. Okay, by XPath. Okay, okay, something is problem here. Okay, something is problem here. You need to give like something. Okay, XPath. Okay, I think that part is now fine. It should be fine. Okay, I think let's see. Yeah, because we are doing some mistake in the XPath. Yeah, you could see 20 is being deselected. Now my year, month, date selected. Now I can deal with this part. Okay. So what we will do? So here also, in case, let's see. Okay, let's select something here. 2020 February 18. After that, you could see this is the part is coming. Here also AMPM is coming. Okay. Now what we'll do after that coming, maybe you need to downgrade, right? Scroll down the page. Okay, so first let's identify the EMPM part. Okay, this element. Okay, let's go down here. Okay, this part we can identify it first. EMPM part after selecting some value. Okay, so there is a class available, span tag available. So let's give something called / span third bracket @ class equal to the value of the class. Okay, single quote only. Okay, @ class equal to that. Okay, now I think it should work. Okay, you could see one of two. Okay, but we need to identify the element uniquely, so you can again give some indexing. Let's give the indexing as 2. It should work. Okay, you could able to see uniquely identified, right? So let's create some element first, called select the time. Okay, we can create some element again called select time. Here we can wait for 2 seconds. Okay, here we can give something called select time format, AM or PM, right? Now we can replace it, XPath. Okay, now in case you want to keep it same, you can do it. Okay, otherwise in case you want to change it to PM, what we can do, you can just clear the value, okay, and send it instead of whatever by default is coming. Or you can check whether it is matching with that by default is PM, right? Or otherwise you can check it, change it. Okay, so let's see, in case it is there, we can need to click. Okay, oh, sorry, we cannot do it, clear it. So what we can do, we can give some condition. If that particular right time dot get text, okay, dot equal ignore case. Okay, it is already matched with the PM format. Then what we will do, we will just click on that also. Simply click, dot click. Okay, then we can go to the other element, say hour we want to do it. Let's create a variable for the hour. Select hour. Okay, let's identify the element hour here. Okay, so there is a class available, so I can change it. The class tag name is input here. input, and I can change the class value. But here also you need to use the indexing most of the time. Okay, you could see indexing 2 is working perfectly fine, so I can change it here, the indexing part. Okay, so this part will not work actually, so there is two bracket, it's entered, so I need to remove this part. Just okay, now it should work. After that I have created the web element. Now what we can do, we can first clear it. Dot clear, wait for 2 seconds, and add new value. It's hour, right? We can enter anything between 24 hours. So I can within the string say I want to enter say 11. Sorry, I think we can do it, I think till 12, right? Because the AM PM format is there. Okay, after that again we can wait for 2 seconds, okay, or 1 second. Okay, that's fine. Now what we can do, after that we can identify the other field. Our already identified, I can select the minutes. Okay, here we can give something called select minutes. Okay, let's identify the minutes field. Okay, same way, input tag is there, I can change it, so indexing will be mostly same. Okay, you could see again it is coming, so you can change it here completely. Okay, now again you can give some value, same way for the minutes field. So just what you need to do, you just need to change it to the minute field only. Okay, this is the variable object name, you can change it. And minutes, say I want to give it say 30, 11:30. Okay, after you entered everything, then what you need to do, you need to enter, click on the enter button and perform it, so that your like whatever value you want to enter, it will be displayed. So what I can do, I can use a actions class object, actions act equal to new actions. Here I need to pass the driver object reference. Okay, now with the help of the sct object, what I can do, I can enter some value dot send key. Okay, keys dot enter. Then what I can do, I can do the perform operation, right? Call that perform actions. Act dot perform, so that it will be just clicking on the enter, it will be your like thing whatever you are adding, it will be added there actually. Now what I can do, I can call the DatePicker class, whatever you can, because all the value already entered. Now I want to validate, right? I want to print out the value. So what I can do, I can call the DatePicker value entered after that. I can use the get attribute method. Okay, I can just get the value. Okay, once value is entered completely for all the month, year, date, and right, hour, minute, second, I can store in some string called date and time value. Okay, then I can simply print it out, that's all. So I can use something called date and time selected by date time picker, and give some colon and can concatenate with this variable. Now let's see, run the code, let's see what's happening here. So it will open the page. If you click on that date picker options, it will remove that 2025, clear it, enter 2025, and selecting the month, selecting the date, validating it is already there with the AM PM. Okay, then it is entering the hour after clearing the value, entering the minutes, and then clicking on the OK. Now it is entered, right? And now it is printing it out. Let's see. You could see date and time selected by the date time picker is 2020 year. Okay, already there, and 02 is the month and 20 is the day, and 11:30. Okay, perfectly fine because it's already in the M format, right? So I am able to validate it also. This is the third type of date picker. Okay, now we'll see the implementation of last one more type, which is the fourth type of date picker. We'll deal with this one. Okay, so this is the last type of date picker we'll deal. So you could see this is the another date of birth, like we need to select from this particular web page. So what we'll go, we'll just comment out this part, and we'll open this page here. Okay, let's change this page. Okay, once you open this page, sometime by default this is not being displayed, so I need to identify the element. After that I need to do the scroll bar movement. Okay, so let's first identify the element. Okay, this is the date of birth field. Let's identify is the date of birth. Okay, id equal to date of birth, so I can identify the element with the help of this date of birth. So I can create a web element simply. Okay, web element. Okay, date of birth. Okay, driver dot find element by dot, I can give instead of I xpath what element reference is there, id equal to there, so this id I can give it by dot id, or you can create the xpath with the help of the id reference as well, whatever you want. Okay, I think that is fine. We've identified the element. Now what we need to do, as element is not visible sometime, so we need to scroll down the page a little bit. So what we will do, we'll creating the object or instance for the using the JavaScript executor. Okay, so JavaScript, let's enter something called JavaScript, press control space bar, you could see JavaScript execute interface will be coming. I can create an object or instance called JSC equal to, when you typecast it, because in interface you cannot directly create the object, so you can typecast the driver object whatever you created already for the WebDriver interface. Now with the help of that object created for the JavaScript executor, you can call the execute script method, and here what we need to do, you can pass something called argument 0. Only one thing we want to deal with, arguments. Okay, arguments, here we can give something called 0. Okay, and then dot scroll into view, and here I can provide that web element reference, and here I need to end with colon and end with the back semicolon here. Okay, so I will be just going to the element. Okay, after doing it, and then I can click on that element after element is visible. Dot click. I can wait for 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so as and when I'm coming here and clicking on this option, okay, then you could see it will be coming. Now I can handle that first ER. Okay, it's a drop down. Okay, so I can try to identify the element with the help of this class and select tag, press control F / select tag, third bracket at the rate class equal to the value of the class. Okay, you could see 1 out of 1 element is being displayed, so I can identify the element as a web element with the help of this class. Let's identify it. Element, okay, say select ER. Okay, and here instead of ID I can change it to XPath, because you have created XPath. Okay, let's give the value of the XPath whatever created. Okay, now again we can create a select class and we can select the drop down value. Okay, so otherwise if you want to give any value directly, also you can create XPath, you can do it. Right here you could see this is the tag will be option tag. I can give something using select class, like select by index value and other stuff. Otherwise, I can create XPath directly with the help of the options class. Okay, from this one. Once you display it, there will be a lot of options. Let's create a select class. Select year. Okay, variable equal to new select, and here you need to pass that like web element reference. Then what you can do now, you can select by index or visible text or value. Okay, let's select something called visible text. So what do we want to select with the help of the visible text? Say we want to select something 1994. So you can give the value, it will be selected that value. Now similar way, what you can do, you can try to create something for month. Okay, select month. Okay, and let's identify that month also. Okay, here you can give that value month select, just change it the class value, otherwise tag is still same. Select tag and class is there. You could see 1 out of 1 element is being displayed. So I can just change that XPath here simply. Now again I can create a select class. Object will be different here. I can change it to month, otherwise it will select the year only. Okay, and then you can pass the object reference as select month. Then what we can do for this month, you can select something visible text or value. In case you are giving the value as 2, right, it will be selecting March. Let's start with the value. Okay, instead of this one, visible text dot select by value. Okay, and I can give the value as 2, so it will be selecting as a March, because 0 is your January, 1 is one value is February, and 2 is for March. Okay, then month and selected. Then what I need to do, I want to select the date. Okay, so I can create a web element again one, so I can wait for 2 seconds every time. Okay, after selecting the year I can wait 2 seconds. After selecting the month I can wait for 2 seconds. Okay, now we'll be creating XPath for selecting the date. Okay, let's create the XPath for the date. Okay, after anything is selected, I want to select the date. Okay, so you could see there is a class available, but this part will change every time, right? 008, next time it might be 009, 0010, like that. Even for the month also it might change, right? So you can create a XPath using that class starting part, contains or start with option, right? So this is the part we can take, and we can create XPath with the help of the div tag //div third bracket. You can use starts with or content starts with. Okay, and at the rate class comma. Okay, I think it should be displayed. Let's see. Okay, let's identify the element. Okay, let's select something called Jume, and let's identify the element here called a. Okay, so this part we can take starting part. What is the tag name called div tag //div third bracket. Okay, you can give start with the content starts strts starts with, and first bracket at the rate class comma, give the value, give the first bracket, end the first bracket, end the third bracket. Okay, it is not identifying the element because there are a lot of stuff is there, and you need to give something called and. Okay, it is highlighting all the element. Okay, so we need to give one more condition called at the rate text equal to value, and text equal to, suppose in case you want to select called maybe 20, you can give it 20. Okay, you could see one out of one element is negative. That is the way I can create the XPath for this day part. Okay, now I can just select the value. So what is the way I can do it? Simply click. Okay, here you can select day instead of date. Okay, let's check the variable name. Okay, now done. Okay, now everything entered. Now what we can do, we can go to the date of birth field again, right? The date of birth field, and we can try to get the text whatever already entered. Date of birth dot get text. The string I can store in some string. Okay, equal to, sorry, string variable name equal to selected date or selected date of birth, dob. Okay, now we can print it out. Sorry, it will not be like that. Dot get text, it will be get attribute only. Dot get attribute and value. Okay, that will be there. And now I can print it out. So the dob. So it will be printed out whatever value we have selected. Let's run the code and let's see what's happening here. So it will open the page. Okay, it will just load it, and after loaded it will go to that option, right? Because the calendar is downside, so you need to scroll down right to the element until element is visible. It is loading. It is taking some time to load it. Once page is fully loaded, it will scroll down because we have used JavaScript executor. So it will scroll to the element completely. After that, what it will do, it will try to identify the drop down, year drop down field. It will enter the value with the help of the select class. It will identify the month drop down. It will enter the value by select by value or visible text, whatever is given. After the month and year selected, then it will enter the, try to identify the value from the day field. Okay, so it's now loaded. It's taking a lot of time to load it. Okay, it will just scroll down the page to identify the element. It will identify all this stuff and then it will do it. Let's see whether it's happened or not. Not able to see. Okay, let's see what the problem is coming. Okay, element intersectable. Okay, element click, element input type text, id equal to class form control value 16 is not clickable at point. Other element would receive the click. Okay. Okay, date of birth is fine. Let's try to run one more time. You can hide it manually. Okay, it is taking time to load it. Okay, it is taking huge time to load it. Not sure what is the reason, but let's try to run one more time. Okay, but code is just fine. You can give it a try. Okay, so to identify the element first. Okay, once the element is identified, let's do the click on the element. After that, your year, month, and day will be there. First, you need to identify the year, and then you can select it with the help of the select class. Then you can go to the month. You can select it with the help of the year. Sorry, select by ID, name, or visible text. And after that, you can try to create XPath for the day part. Right, you can use some class attribute, whatever class attribute start with, and you can use the another thing called text. Then you can create the XPath and you can click on that. Automatically everything will be selected. Then you can try to validate that day, whatever date selected. You can call that initial object, date of birth object, whatever was there here. After that, you can get the attribute, the value, whatever already selected. You can like store in some string and you can print it out as well. Let's show it. Let's see. Yeah, it is loaded. Okay, it is having some issue with the JavaScript executor because of that other part, right? It was coming some error. Okay, class control is not clickable. Okay, then we can use something called explicit wait. So until it is clickable, we can wait, right? That's fine. So divert.find element by dot id. Okay, I can wait for 2 seconds before that page is opened. Then it might open. Okay, then it should work. Okay, driver dot find element is the id and javascript is the driver, and here execute script argument 0 dot scroll 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 into view. That is perfectly fine. Okay, here I need to give bracket. Sorry, my bad. Okay, then this field. Okay, now it should work. This is the method, right? Scroll into view. So exact syntax you need to use in case you are having any problem. You can understand from that error itself. So there is no worry, no need to worry about anything, right? Test case might fail, but whenever you are they are failing, right, you will able to get to know which line failing, what is the problem. Then you can analyze your code, right, and then you can try to debug it, and then you can fix the problem. So anything can happen, right? We are writing so many line of code. This kind of problem is happen from that error message itself. You can understand what the exact problem happened. Then you can try to fix it out. So that is our daily journey. Whenever you are working in the automation, like you will be encountering all these problems. But at the end of the day, step by step, you need to execute it. You need to debug it step by step. Like you need to see what the problem is coming. You need to fix it step by step. Then it should work. Okay, you could see clicked, like year is selected, month is selected, and day also selected. Now 20th March 1994 selected. You could see 20th March 1994 is coming. So that is the way also we can handle this kind of drop down, where is this kind of date picker, where there is drop down available particularly for month and year, and after that month and year selected, then we can select the date accordingly. And after once everything is selected, then you can use that get attribute method with the help of the value attribute, and you can just store in some string, and you can print it out, or you can use it any for verification or validation. Okay, so this is the way I have showcased couple of different example of date picker, and you can see how you can handle the date picker. So in case very basic DatePicker is there, right, you can handle it with the help of the send keys method. But in case some drop down is there, right, you can uh, use the select class. Okay, in case some text is there, right, you can normally do it. You can clear the value, you can add new value with the help of the send keys. So this is the way you can handle different kind of date pickers in Selenium WebDriver version 4 with Java. So that's all from today's lesson, guys. Thank you.